Life after high school. That is the title of today's video, and that's going to be the topic that I'm talking about. Now, what I mean by this and what I'm pertaining to is pretty much like, your friend group and the people that you will see, or maybe even probably just in, a simpler term, know of, after high school. Now, before we get into this video, this is straight off the dome. This is just me coming on here speaking my truth and just, giving it raw and uncut on how I feel about the situation and the topic. So, excuse me if I'm over the place and, not really making sense, but I just want to come on here and speak my truth and just be, just honest and raw with, how I'm feeling about this. Pause. Um, but yeah, this is pertaining to kind of like the friend group aspect in, your high school clique or circle, if you want to call it a clique or whatever. Um, after high school, you know what I mean? And I just feel like, at a certain point with anybody, and maybe, you could let me know in the comment section below if, your friend group is still tightly knitted together and, y'all all still talk to each other and hang out with each other, even after high school. But I feel like at a certain point in time, even maybe a couple years down the line after high school, or maybe just right after you, even walk the stage, um, a lot of y'all, and I just feel like, um, maybe not even a lot, just maybe just like, maybe you and one other friend, or, maybe you and two other friends, but in general, I just feel like most people, friend groups are gonna end up all doing different things in life. And it's just meant to happen. Not everybody is gonna be the exact same as they plan out to think they are in their heads. You know what I mean? You're always changing, you're always adapting, you're always thinking differently as a human being. So even though you may know yourself, I feel like you won't always know truly who you are. You know what I mean? Because you are always changing and growing as a human being. And I feel like along those lines, the things that interest you and the things that, get you excited and, just overall that you focusing on, I feel like that's going to differentiate between the people that you have in your friend groups. For example, say you and, your friends, y'all all had a common interest in, anime and manga. And by the time, y'all are getting ready to graduate, or you guys already have graduated, some of the people in the group, or maybe most, they end up not really being interested in that anymore, not really, having, excitement for, or having just an overall fondness of it anymore. And I feel like once you start to lose interest in the same things that y'all could share amongst each other and conversate amongst each other and talk about, I feel like it becomes harder to click and just have natural and, just smooth, organic conversations, because everything seems so much more forced when you try and, to catch up and, see what they have going on in life, or what interests, they may be interested in now. And, this is something that I've been feeling kind of recently too. It just seems so awkward to try to talk to, the people that, you may have knew for years, but it's just because y'all don't have that same type of initial interest. It's harder for y'all to click and just be able to come together, organically. And maybe it's something that y'all may still have, in common just at the slightest. But I feel like once you start, like losing more than one thing, like, say for instance, like I said, with anime and manga, maybe you guys like basketball too, and y'all really don't play basketball anymore or anything like that. And as those common interests, not just one but multiple start to fade away, it's like you really don't even know who that person is anymore, because y'all can't identify with the same things. And then like I said, as you growing through life, you change as a human being. You change physically, mentally, and spiritually. So the things that you may be on after high school may not align with what you are trying to do after high school. You know what I mean? Your friend, he may want to be, a telemarketer or something like that in the office job. I don't know. That's just an example. And, you may be trying to go to the NBA. So, y'all can still have, some type of conversation amongst each other just to catch up and probably see, what you guys have going on in life. But I just feel like it won't be the same as it was when, y'all both had that same, initial interest, you know, um, when you guys first met each other. It was just going throughout, the 4 short years of high school, that y'all spent together. And it's sad at the end of the day. It's sad to think about, and it's kind of hard to face it. But I feel like it's reality. You know what I mean? You just have to face reality and accept it, because especially I feel like you know what I mean, if you are on your purpose, and I feel like if God has, a path set out for you, that you are only meant to be on, then he would remove the people out of your life that is not meant to come along with you, in the journey, in the long run. You know what I mean? And I just feel like you gotta accept that. You could try to go back and chase it as much as you want, but like I said, I just don't feel like it would just come off as natural again. You know what I mean? And I feel like also some of the interest that, you may have with that friend or somebody that you may have met, it may have not even been that genuine, and it was just something that, you was doing just to do it, maybe to fit in. And I'm not saying, that most people just, pick up and just followers and do what everybody else do. But, I just feel like that's something that people may do too. You know what I mean? You may try to just go on, the football team just to go along with your friend, but your friend really trying to, take it serious and go to the NFL with it. You know what I mean? And, you just picked it up as a hobby and just something to do to have that same interest. And that's no bash on anybody or nothing like that. Like I said, I'm just using that as an example. But, you know, y'all obviously not going to be able to click on that because y'all mindsets is different. You know what I mean? The way y'all thinking about it is not the same. So it's like, you know what I mean? It's just harder to overall be able to click back and just be able to have that easy flow again. You know what I mean? And this is something that I've been dealing with for, the past couple of months since, I didn't graduated. But I feel like eventually the more you get out and you explore and, you just stay on your purpose and do the things that, that is up your alley on what you want to do and explore in life, I feel like eventually the doors will open up again for you to meet new people. And I feel like those are going to be the people that are meant to be, you know, in your life, you know what I mean? For the rest of your life or for how long. But I feel like mostly those people are meant to be with you for the rest of your journey, or they're meant to come along with you for the journey to see, you know, your growth as, you know, an adult um out of high school. So I feel like, you know, even with this, you shouldn't lose all hope, and all hope should not be lost, because I just feel like eventually, like I said, if you just stay on your purpose and you do the things that, you know, you want to explore in life, eventually those doors will open up, because, you know, you're going to market, you're going to have interactions with people again, you know, just depending on what you do in general. And you're going to have that, you know, human interaction again, you know, to be able to get to wherever you want to go in life, because I feel like it's the inevitable, you know what I mean? And I think I touched on this in the previous video, but you know, you won't be able to do everything by yourself. You're eventually going to have some type of human interaction to, you know, help you get to where you want to get, some type of exchange, you know, you helping somebody else to help get you to where you want to go. You know what I mean? How do you expect to build a house just by yourself? You know what I mean? You gonna need help with that, you know? So that's just what I really think about it and how I feel. You know what I mean? You know, let me know how you feel in the comment section below. I feel like, you know, it could be different for everybody, but I feel eventually, sometime down the path of life that, you know, you and your friend group are just not gonna be that tight anymore, and just be able to click like y'all once did. And I'm not trying to put no type of hate or enviness out into the universe, because, you know, this is what I'm currently going through. I just feel like it's just meant to happen, especially if the people around you are not on the side on the same type of wavelength that, you know, you are on. And that's not to sound like, you know, oh, you know, you're a prophet, or you're like a god and you're above everybody and all that. No, no. I'm not trying to say it like that. It's just the things that you do and you want to explore in life just may not be the same as the, you know, people that you have in your, you know, in your friend group. So, you know, let me know what you think about it in the comment section below. And just tell me what you think about this, and your experiences with it, and, you know, how, you know, it could differ from, you know, person to person. But with that being said, you know, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe, and peace out.